what would you say if I told you it probably cost you $15 an hour just to run your zero-turn mower? What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean and Green Lawn Service in beautiful South Georgia. Hey, hope y'all are having a great day. One of the things that I have brought out in videos a number of times, I even got one old video where I think I put all this stuff on a whiteboard, but just kind of a reminder as we get ready to go into the 2023 of having a business plan that's going to work for you and going to make you money. You know why most businesses fail? You know why most people go out of business in the first couple of years? Well, probably poor management, lack of people skills, chose the wrong industry, got in at the wrong time. But the bottom line is, most businesses fail because they don't make enough money, right, to stay in business. So it happens around here all the time. I get a call from somebody, and well, this person used to do my property for me, and but they're more broken, they're not gonna fix it, or they, their truck's tore up, whatever, right? I want you to take it's a simple equation here, simple numbers. If you got a pen, piece of paper, write this down. Let's take a $10,000 zero turn. When you get into the commercial end of zero turns, you're not going to get many for $10,000, but let's just say $10,000 for a zero turn. Let's say that the first 1,000 hours of the life of that mower is going to be problem free. So that means when I say problem free, you're not going to have any belts break, the battery's not going to go bad, the starter's not going to mess up, the clutch is not going to mess up for the belts, the ignition switch is not going to go out, those kind of things. I'm not talking about things that require regular maintenance. So if you're doing the math, 1,000 hours, no maintenance in terms of stuff that breaks on it, right? That you had to pay to have replaced. So 1,000 hours, $10,000 more. That's $10 an hour. Now your blades on a zero turn, guys are paying anywhere from $30 a set to, let's say, somebody the other day told me they were paying like $25, $28 a blade or something. I don't know what them blades are made out of, but anyway, if you figure that up, and those blades, say you pay $40 for a set of blades and they last you 40 cutting hours, right? That's $1 an hour for blades. Okay, so now you're up to $11 an hour. All right, let's say that yours, my machines, when I'm cutting with them, they burn roughly 1.5 gallons per hour. Fuel, $3 a gallon, 1.5, that's $4.50. All right, so we had $11, $4.50. If we add $4.50 to that, what does that give us, C-Man? $15.50, right? So let's just say $15, throw the 50 cents off. All right, so you got that, and you go, okay, well, there we are. We're at $15 an hour. Wait a minute. I changed the oil every 50 hours. You know what it cost me to get the 2 quarts of oil in the oil filter now? I don't know. Probably $25. I hadn't bought, I buy cases of oil and bags of filters, so I really don't know what they cost. I know I was looking the other day, and it was $30 for a filter and 2 things of oil from Kohler. But let's just say $25, and you do it every 50 hours. That's another 50 cents. So that $15.50 we had, let's add that 50 to it. Now we're at $16 an hour, right? Now, somewhere in that first, 1,000 hours, you're going to need to have those hydros serviced. You're going to have an initial service, depends on what your manufacturer recommends. You're probably going to have a 500-hour service and around 1,000. You're probably going to have 3 services, however it works out. 3 hydro services, okay? That hydro oil is expensive. Now, I take mine to the dealer and just let them do it. I haven't messed with that, but you know, when you figure that in, you know, you got some more money there, right? Okay. Now, some other things that are going to happen in 1,000 hours. You're going to get holes in your tires, right? It don't matter how new a mower is, it's going to get holes in the tires. So we're already at $16 an hour. We haven't included the hydros. We haven't included holes in the tires, probably replacing tires by 1,000 hours in some cases. So you can very easily see how, and this is assuming nothing breaks that you have to pay out of pocket for in that first 1,000 hours. Now, once you get past that first 1,000 hours, you can say, okay, I got the more paid for, and I'm gonna get 2,000 hours out of it. Okay, that's all fine and good, but once you hit 1,000 hours, you know, especially that 1,500 hour mark, you're gonna have stuff start breaking that'll cost you money, right? When you start having hydros go out, or clutches go out, or an engine, and then you still got the fuel, which is the fuel and the blades and the belts and all that kind of stuff that's a big part of the maintenance. So I'm saying all that to say this. I'm on the way to Hog and Bones, by the way. I just want to do this quick video. I'm saying that to say this. Let's say that you're going out and you're mowing properties, and while you're on the property, you're making $30 or $35 an hour, okay? And you think, man, I am killing it, because on my day job, I make $15 an hour, or I make $20 an hour. Let's say you're doing it on the side, you're getting started. And so you think you are killing it out there, man. $35 an hour. Okay. Now let's think about it. Now, we've only talked about the mower. We have not talked about the vehicle that pulls the trailer, and I understand you're not using these at the same time. But you got a vehicle that pulls it there. You got a trailer that it's on. You got insurance. You got all these other kind of things that you have to take care of. So let's just do the $35 an hour, and we'll take 17 and a half out for the cost of the mower. We'll go between the 15 and 20. All right, so that means that you're making $17.50 an hour. You think, man, that is good. But is it? Because remember, you were making that on your other job or close to it. Now, you have to pay taxes on that money. If you make a decent amount of money doing this on the side, and you're doing it and you're turning everything in, probably 40% of that money is going to go to taxes, so there you go. Now look at what you're bringing home. Look at what you're bringing home. So the numbers just don't work. The numbers don't work. So here's the challenge going into New Year. I doubt anybody's working for $35 an hour. That's probably an extreme example. But if you're working at $45 or $50 an hour on site, I'm not talking about the travel time including all that, but on the property, if that's all you're making, you're not really making any money. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if you want to grow and expand the business, you'll never be able to hire somebody. So I figure per machine and per employee, $20 an hour. So that's $40 an hour just to break even. Now, the guys don't make $20 an hour, but you got to take what they make. You got to figure in their you got workers' comp, you got your employer part of their taxes that you have to pay. You got all that extra stuff that you put up on top of what they make that ends up being, can come out to several dollars an hour. So, I figure 20 and 20. All right. So, if I'm on a property, and on that property we make $60 an hour, then technically the business only making $20 an hour. The business, right? So just some food for thought. I'm running up here to eat with a church. I got to go by. I got a Zoom meeting that's going to take a couple of hours that I got to do that's ministry related, and then I got to go look at a property and do a quote on it. And so I'm probably finish this video out when I go to do that quote. But anyway, I just want to put that information out there and maybe get you thinking. Think about your numbers. Know your numbers coming into 2023, because right now you're at the stage you're thinking about, okay, what customers am I going to keep? What customers, you know, are highly profitable for me? Or, you know, what kind of customers am I looking for? So you need to know those numbers. You need to think about those numbers. Come up with something that works for you and your business. And if you're serious about this, you know, I'd be glad to, my email address is on the YouTube channel. I think you can shoot me an email. You can find me at Clean and Green Lawn Service LLC on Facebook and on Instagram. You can message me there. You know, if you got some questions about this, because one of the things I want to do is I want to help people, especially people that are starting out. And I know every market's going to be a little bit different, but and I'm not a pro at this, okay? But I've learned some valuable lessons over the course of. I kind of started in about 2018, so I'll be hitting the 5-year mark here before long. And the way I charge and the way I look at business is totally different than it was when I jumped into it. And so, you know, if you're serious about it, if you're not serious about it, you know, my time's limited. Okay, so I mean, I don't mind you calling and talking to me for 5 minutes. Hey man, you know, just wanted to talk to you or shoot you an email. Just to say, hey, we watched the channel or whatever. I mean, I'm cool with that, but I can't stay on the phone an hour with you, okay? So anyway, if I can help you with some of that, or if you're interested more in what maybe I'm talking about in this video, reach out to me. I'd be glad to offer, you know, what little advice I might have that would benefit you. So anyway, I'll check back with y'all. I'm almost at Hog and Bones, man. Whew, I'm exhausted, man. I went to Hog and Bones and ate, and then spent an hour and 45 minutes on a Zoom conversation. Well, not even really a conversation, basically where you listen, you know. It's a committee that I'm on. I mean, you can talk, but anyway, it's mostly listening. I'm depleted, man. Anyway, just gonna take y'all over here real quick to look at this property. Got a quote. These people don't live here, I don't guess. Their neighbor, we maintain the lawn at their neighbor's house. And so they asked their neighbor, because they live in Florida, between Florida and here, I guess. Elderly couple, I think he said. And they want some landscape cleaned up. Really some stuff just cut back to, like, I think he said knee-high? No, waist-high. I don't know. I got a text message. So, I got an update too. An update. I'll throw this in there. On Skag. So I told y'all in the last video that I reached out to them. They told me the date it was sold. I said, well, that, you know, thank you. Can you tell me the model year? They responded. Now, this is their social media account. They responded, we don't do model years, or something to that effect. So, even though you might be able to look at the number and tell when it was built now, Skag, according to their rep, does not do model years. So, they build the mower, and whenever it sells, I guess. And I guess if they make some changes or something in it, you know, it doesn't matter. It's just whenever it sells, it sells. So, there you go. And look, there's nothing wrong with that. Because honestly, I don't care if I see a unit I want of something I don't really care if it's been sitting around for 14 months. I really don't care. I just want it. Now, I will say the advantage of model years, for example, back before everything was in shortage, you know, if you went to a dealer and they had a 2021 Super Z and a 2022 Super Z, the 2021 would always be cheaper. Brand new, no hours on it, same warranty, but they would mark it down a little bit to move it. So I guess Skag just doesn't do that. So anyway, that's what I was told. And I got the Instagram message to prove it. All right? Not that it matters. Not that it matters. If you don't believe me, I don't even care, honestly. You can message them yourself. There you go. Because I know somebody will say, oh, yeah, they got numbers, you know, they got model years, and, you know, anyway. So, yeah, we're going to ride over here and look at this property. I'll turn you back on when we get there. All right. So, the text message said they wanted the stuff cut down to waist high in front of the house. I'm guessing they talking out by the road, man. See, this is the thing when a homeowner ain't here, you don't even know what you're dealing with. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what in the world. I mean, all this just needs to be cleaned out. But they didn't even say anything about that. Got crepe myrtle over there. Look like you got another azalea up there. The only reason I come to look at this is I do the neighbor's yard, and I figure these people here, they might want to get added to the schedule, you know what I mean? And we can cut their yard too. But, man, I know that's a azalea. I think all them azaleas, they do have a different color to them. And then they had something about by the front, a Miss Mosa. I don't even know what a Miss Mosa is. I'm your trusted landscaper, man. I did Google it, but I don't know what it is. I got a picture of this app. Is that it there? That look like, that look kind of like see, that like dog fennels to me, man. I ain't trying to hate on somebody's yard, I'm just saying. Dude, that's a job right there. Cutting that down to waist high. I'm gonna have to go out here and count these plants. I'm just gonna charge them X amount per plant, I guess. I mean, I could look at the time. What I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, something like that maybe. 22 plants. What y'all say? Cut them down, throw them on trailer, haul them off? How long? 2 guys? 4 hours? 8 man hours? 8? What we at out there? $500–600? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just trying to help y'all out if you bidding. I'm somewhere in that neighborhood. That's just a quick guess. I done got to where now I walk up to stuff like this, I just look at it and I just throw out a number. I don't have any idea what it is they want trimmed up front. I don't know. I think it's that stuff right there. But look at all this other stuff up in here, man. I have no idea, dude. I really need the homeowner to be here to show me, or either the neighbor, if he wants to show me exactly what they want done. I'm gonna have to talk to him, I reckon. But what I'm gonna probably do is give him a price on this front to begin with. See, I do that before I worry about all this other stuff, because, for example, if I give them a price on that, let's say $500 or whatever. Oh man, I done and hit the doggone wipers. If I give them a price on that, like say $500, and they say, no, that's too much, well, they ain't no need of me bidding this other stuff anyway. But dude, if they want them beds renovated, yeah. They want them beds renovated, they're gonna have to dig deep. All right, let me get off here so I don't back over that. All right, I started to look at this, man, and see the price is going up. Let me show y'all something. That stuff's on both sides of the fence, man. You realize how long it'll take to individually cut every one of them? Dude, you talking about... I mean, you talking probably 20 minutes a foot. 20 minutes a foot. You know what I mean? What is that? I mean, it's not going to be that bad down there. That's not that bad, but this end here, I don't know. It's going to be more than it's going to be more than 500 though. Hey, look at here. Now, y'all know I don't try to rip nobody off. I've never tried to rip anybody off. I don't try to rip off individuals. I don't try to rip off businesses. But I'm gonna say this, and you may or may not agree with it. Now, I'm trying to be fair, but when you got two houses, and I'm not saying these people will, but I've had this happen before. People got two houses, and then you want to nickel and dime me? No. You gotta find you somebody else. I ain't gonna be nickel and dime by somebody that's got two residences in two different states. See right here, man, you got to work out on, look at that ditch. You got to work out on that ledge. I don't know if y'all can really see that, but that just ain't the easiest working conditions, man. You know? And see, like them little pine trees and stuff, and those little oak shoots, they gonna want all that out there, I guarantee you. Guarantee. I'm gonna tell you right now though, this one's like an elephant. You got to get this one. You have to bite this one. You have to get this on a piece at a time, man. Yeah. So anyway, here's our property right here. We keep this one up. This is the guy that called me, the neighbor. So anyway, I don't think he's home, but he's at work. He actually sells metal buildings, man. I might, if I had to buy another building, I'd probably try to buy it from him, you know. I'm sure them metal buildings are all about the same price, don't matter probably where you get them. There's X amount of companies that build them, and you know, then you got middlemen. So anyway, yeah, that's a little bit of a job there. I think this is a line dude here. I see that truck. He ain't got no logos on it if it is. I see that truck pulling around a utility trailer sometimes. I think it's that truck. We at the lake, in case you didn't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get with them. I'm just gonna send him a message and tell him that if they want a price for the front, just to clean up that front, you know, cut all them azalea, everything but the trees down to waist high, I'll give them a price on that, and then we'll go from there. But that's all I'm gonna quote to begin with. I mean, the only thing I'd do different is if they come back and say, hey, you know, we want a total renovation. We want all the beds clean, you know, the front cut, the beds completely cleaned out, and, you know, whatever. I'd probably give them a price on that. But if they don't like the price I'm gonna give them across the front, they sure wouldn't like the price I give them for all them beds, man. Woo! Man. We done went from hundreds to thousands. All right, let me get off here. I know I made this video long enough. I hope it was a help to somebody, and you know, maybe you was able to get something out of it that'll help you and help you in your business and all. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this thing out, man. I appreciate y'all watching, and my prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you, and that you might see all of your blessings as from Him. Hope you have a great day.